guys, welcome to our video. We're going to be teaching you key growth and development areas in children 0 to 6 months and 8 to 12 months. So if you stay tuned, you will be learning about gross and fine motor skills, language, safety, and nutrition. Baby Mary is 4 months old. At this age, she's able to roll from her back to her front. Fast forward 2 months, and baby Mary is now 6 months old and able to roll from her abdomen to her back. You'll also notice that baby Mary is squealing and laughing. Between the ages of 0 to 6 months, this is the language development. Baby Mary is 3 months old. At this age, she's able to hold her head up 90 degrees when in the prone or tummy position. Fast forward to 4 to 5 months, and baby Mary is now able to be pulled into a sitting position with no head lag.
Come on, Mary. Good job.
By 5 to 6 months, baby Mary is now able to bear weight when held upright.
Look, Mary, I have a toy for you. Can you reach for it? Ooh.
By 6 months, the child should be able to reach for objects and bring an object to their mouth. If you were watching closely, you should have also noticed that baby Mary turned her head whenever her mom said her name. She also imitated sounds made by her mother.
Baby Hannah is now able to sit independently at around 8 to 9 months, as well as bring her hands to midline. She is also able to crawl around 8 to 9 months. She can pull herself to a standing position, as well as say a few syllables and sounds.
Ha ha ha, me.
She's also able to walk with one hand held at around 10 to 12 months.
Good job.
She also has the pincer grasp and can understand no and her own name.
No, Hannah, no, Hannah.
She's able to say 2 to 5 words.
No.
And she stands for 1 second.
Hey, ladies, and welcome to Mothers Unite.
Yay!
Woo! All right, I'm glad that you're enthusiastic to be here today. Our lesson is going to be on safety for 0 to 6 months old. Are all of your babies within that age range?
Yes.
All right, good. So a couple topics we're going to talk about is bottle feeding is the first one. And what you're doing right now is perfect. You're holding the bottle for the baby. From 0 to 6 months, we don't want to prop the bottle. We want to be holding it just like you're doing if we're feeding through a bottle. It's also important with bottles, never microwave your bottles. So we want to actually boil water and put the bottle inside of the water. It heats it more evenly and it's just safer for the baby. Anyone know which side the baby should be sleeping on until they're about 4 months old?
My baby sleeps on her belly.
Okay, is this Tummy Tammy? Do I remember that right?
Yeah, she loves her belly.
Aw, Tammy. Alright, it's actually going to be important to sleep on the back for the first 4 months of life.
Really?
Yeah, but you can give her tummy time at other points, but for sleeping, she needs to be on her back. Only on her tummy if you're supervising her. Alright, the last thing that we're going to talk about is just frustration when the baby just won't stop crying. Which, are you feeling a little frustrated right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, well, do you want me to take your baby?
That would be great.
Aw, thanks. Just delegate that here. Alright, so this is a perfect example of what to do if you become frustrated when your baby cries. If you want to call a neighbor and have them come over to hold your baby for a little bit for you, or as long as your baby is safe, changed, and fed, you can put them in their crib until you calm down, which you feeling a little bit better now?
Feels great.
Alright, there you go, little baby back there. Alright, lastly is car seats for 0 to 6 months. Can I borrow Tummy Tammy here?
Yeah.
Alright, so thank you. Alright, we're gonna, she's buckled in here. Which way should the car seat be facing?
The back.
Yes, they should be facing the rear. until they're either 2 years old or until they reach the growth maximum for that specific cart seat, whichever one comes first. And that's until 2 years of life, okay? All right, so safety for 8 to 12 months is going to include a lot of things, baby-proofing the house, really keeping an eye on things like that. It's going to be important to cover your outlets so that the baby doesn't try to stick anything in there and get electrocuted or put their own body parts in there, as per the demonstration. Thank you. It's going to be important to place latches on your cabinet so that babies can't just get right into those cabinets. Place anything that is poisonous in a locked and placed up high. Things like lighter fluid, engine oil, cleaners, those kinds of things. It's also going to be important to pay attention to things that could cause falls for the baby, so like the window seals, walkers, those kinds of things, monitoring those really closely. Also paying attention to things that the baby could choke on. Kids love balloons, but you have to be careful because it's something that they can choke on pretty easily. Same with things like candy, and like skins on foods like chicken. And then it's also important whenever you're cooking to make sure that the handle is turned towards the back.
My baby has doubled his weight and he's 6 months old. I only feed him breast milk because that's the best. I don't feed him juice or cow's milk and definitely no honey until a year old. Also, he's teething!
Mary has tripled her weight by 1 year old. I'm now feeding her iron fortified cereal, meat, which she loves, eggs, fresh fruit, and I'm introducing new foods every 4 to 7 days.